Hello and welcome to our next unboxing here at the Grüne Horde. Today we have just received Halo Fleet Battles, The Fall of Reach from Spartan Games, and that's the 2-player box set for this game, the starter box basically, and it kind of combines the rules of Firestorm Armada that we all like here at our YouTube channel, our players here, and the nice spaceships of the UNSC and the Covenant from Halo. And I think a lot of you will know Halo, the game. I'm not playing it myself, but I just love these ships. They look beautiful and I'm looking forward to paint them. What is in the box? First, this is the box, of course, and on the one side we see what Covenant ships we do get, and we do get a heavy cruiser, 2 battle cruisers and 14 heavy corvettes. On the other side, the humans will get 4 marathon heavy cruisers, 27 frigates, that's a lot to paint. I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to do that. And 1 Epoch heavy carrier. So these are the models, they're all in plastic. We've unboxed the other boxes from Spartan Games, they were quite heavier. This one is bigger, but lighter or similar in weight in total. But for the size, it's not that heavy than the resin models would be. But of course, it's plastic models for even a higher throughput. More models, more people can buy this game, since it's easier to make them if you have the mold once. Here you see the painted fleets, and then you also get custom Halo dice. Nice that they are there for Covenant and for the Terrans. 2 different colors. For the UNSC, not Terrans. The Humans, United Nations Space Command is the real name. Also inside the box, scenery, tokens. Everything punch out by now, you don't have to cut it. Good. Then the Fall of Reach campaign guide. I'm sure there will be some games in there and we will try these small games. First, there's a statistic and reference sheets, like in most games. Data sheets for the fleet commanders. And the rulebook, a 128 page core rulebook. We will take a look at this during this unboxing and maybe make an flick through the rulebook. Let's see. So this is the box, and now let's have a look inside. So I've cut open the box, as you can see, and inside are 2 smaller boxes here, which you can both open. And we'll have a look inside right now. On top we will find 2 sheets here. These are different kind of space hazards, debris field, space station, not exactly a hazard, objective markers, wreckage, asteroids, a gas cloud, planetoids, and then we have everything several times. Another debris field, asteroids. Asteroids look a little bit small for my liking. I'd like bigger asteroids fields on my game. Let's see how it plays in this game. And the second one, another space station, planets here. I personally love the gas cloud. This is one of the best gas clouds I've seen by now. I'd like to have more of these on my table. Let's see if we can get several of these. Maybe copy it and use them in our games. I was thinking of how to make my own. This I can't do myself. And we have a good nice gaming table here. What's inside the boxes? First box, models. We'll keep this for the rest, for the end. And the second box, paperworks. In total, if I have a look in here, and I know Spartan boxes that I have unboxed, I kind of have the feeling that this is not as much as I expected. They are normally packed until completely packed. There's more inside, but basically the boxes are smaller. So this one gives me the feeling of a video game where you pay for the big box and basically need the file, and then you can throw away the rest. That's also here, and of course the box design goes to the similar to the video game box designs. So what did we get here? First, dice. These are on top. We get some custom Halo dice. That's nice. For both sides we get these, the arrow, the shield, and then the Spartan hat is on this dice. On the Covenant side we also have the arrow, the shield, and then the Covenant sign here. Nice. We also have a lot of Halo dice. These are 2 normal D6. You need a lot, and we have a lot as gamers. This is the hit, basically. This is the miss, and then we have a critical miss, that's a skull, and a critical hit. Counts as 2, and reroll. Kind of clear. So the game keeps the exploding dice mechanic, which I want to explain right now once at least. Let's see what happens. Let's roll some dice. So this is the amount of dice that I could roll. Yeah, it works. I can show it to you. Basically everything I wanted to show. Then I rolled 3 double hits. These are the critical hits. Counts me as 6 hits. 1 critical miss and 3 normal misses. Since I am now allowed to re-roll the dice, for this I could re-roll 1 of these. I can't grab new dice. In normal Spartan games I could now grab 3 of these and roll them. So I can only use these, but the critical miss doesn't allow me to roll 1 of them. So I can re-roll 2, and now we have rolled all possible results and have basically made 7 hits. Very easy to understand, I think, with these signs. Okay, that's the dice. Now let's go for the paperwork in the game. First, the advertisement. Advertisement for Spartan Games. The other games there are 2 universes, the Dystopian War, Dystopian Legions universe, and the Firestorm Armada, Firestorm Planetfall universe. One is steampunk, and you have these nice ships. It's a fleet-based game where you either play ships or flyers or even ground forces. And then Dystopian Legions, 28mm figures fighting over normal 28mm terrain. Firestorm Armada, that's spaceship combat, similar to Halo. And basically, yeah, Halo is a kind of Firestorm Armada light with the rules. And then Firestorm Planetfall, yeah, with this really cool Leviathans. We have this one here, we have shown it in a showcase a short while ago. Take a look at our videos, you will find most of these models there. Spartan of course provides some scenics, some terrain, like a landed Dindrenzi frigate or corvette, so one of the smaller ships for sure. They really have this Dindrenzi feeling here. Look cool, and of course some bunker style systems. There's enough there. Check their website if you want to buy something. Next, the Fall of Reach campaign guide. Yeah, what do we have here? Similar format than all those Spartan small books, campaign guides. Introduction and then scenarios. It's 8 scenarios here, so we will have to play 16 games to get them in both languages. That's a lot. Optional rules, stats of the Covenant and UNSC ships. So very little story here, and then we directly go for scenario 1. Scenario 1, we start with 230 to 195 points, and then it scales up basically. We learn the basic movement, attack segment and loadouts. That's what you need. Shows how you could play this scenario by just reading part of the rulebook, and that's exactly what we'll do, and show you how it scales up. Next, you add more things. The attack segment here, the order phase, and you already have around 390 points. In this case, a fleet commander and a 290 point battle group. Scenario 3, it's 500 points, 540 points. In scenario 4, different kind of setup for the field and mission conditions. And in the last one, this is now 6 left jab, 7 finishing blow. We are already up at 760 points. Last game 1000 to 975, so as close as 1000-point game that you could get. And in this one, the Terrans or the UNSC have a lot of ships. All those frigates, 27 pieces are in there. Some champagne rules, so if you want to combine this, and then stats of the ships. So first the Terrans, everything in here, the different kind of setups, arrowhead formation, trident formation. The commander, here are the interceptor tokens and the boarding party, Spartans token, Covenant ship, statistics, and then also the Robarutame, the Supreme Commander, Master Fleet of Valiant Prudence. So he's also in here, all the roots, very nice. Second is the core rulebook. Same format as other Spartan Games rulebooks. Cool. Some story at the beginning, introduction, Halo universe, 6 pages. Then we start with the game basics, fleet building, commanders and heroes, terrain, pre-game setup, breakdown of a game turn, go through the game turn, movement segment, attack segment, some appendices here, and then list of tables at the end. That's good that you really can just check. Oh, I need the firepower rating table, 28 or 83, so I can just check in there. Let's hope it works. Page 28, and I find that table, and I then would expect 83. A similar firepower rating table again. Weekend roll. It's the same basically. Cool. In the attack segment. I hope there's some combination of this somewhere at the end would be better, or think in the reference sheet. Yeah, what you can see here is that he played with tokens, and yeah, vulnerable tokens are used here. I think that might be the green ones. Let's see. Description for all those terrain that we have just seen. Some nice space stations. Where are these from? I would like to get one. Scenarios here. So you get even more scenarios in this book. This is the normal setup basically. What you do roll is everybody rolls a dice. Scenario generated table, and depending on what you roll, you choose which scenario you play and also who is the attacker and defender in this scenario. And then you set up by these rules here. 8 scenarios. Cool. Okay, now we run through the game turn. Yeah, let's see. Let's do this in a one by one flick through after I've read it. Then we do get some paperworks, and the first part, which I can already see, are 2 nice artworks. That's what you get here. Commander Ro Batame, I don't really know his name, and Michael Stanford. Yeah, Ro Barutame and Michael Stanford, yes. So the human one I've got correct by now. Nice. Then these formation declaration things. So I'm not sure if you can see that. There are holes in here where you put the pins for the formations and into the customized base. 3 in this one, 2 in this one, and there are some with just 1 here. There you can only place 1. This is for the Marathon Heavy Cruiser, and you would also have a Marathon Heavy Cruiser supported Marathon Heavy Cruiser, where you have 2 pins, and then you can place a frigate in there. Terrans get 3 of these charts, printed only on one side, so that's 18 different formations that they can use. The Covenant only gets 12, but they also have less ships basically. Then we have a lot of tokens. Tokens are always print two-sided, different token on the other side, which is okay. These are the Covenant Fighter tokens. The blue ones are the standard tokens for both sides for the game. The boarding troops here, Terran boarding troops, Spartans of course, the boarding assault ships, fighters and bombers. And here, fighters and bombers for the Covenant, and some more normal tokens. Let's see how much we really need. I am a fan of acrylic tokens. I'm sure I'll get some from companies like Litco as soon as they are available. And I'd love to get something like tiny flyer models for these. I don't like these kind of tokens, but I'm the model guy, likes doing modeling. Last paperwork in here, reference sheets. So what we've seen, the rules out of the small champagne book are also in here. You can play with basically this one card on each side and the game reference sheet. Huh? Cool. And for those that are not used to plastic models, there is some explanation how to build your models. Not common in other Spartan products. And I think some resin models are more difficult than this one here. I wouldn't really need it, but it's an improvement. There are models where you really need it, not exactly for a Corvette with two pieces, but basically good that they do it. Here are the UNSC ships, and they all look fairly easy to build. We will do a tutorial here on how to set up your fleet. Good, that's it for the paperwork. Let's go for the models. So let's come to the last part of our video, the models, the ships. That's, I think, the most interesting one, even if it will be very short, since I'll not mount them in this video. What do we get? We do get 3 sprues each. One sprue, Terran, with the Epoch class heavy carrier here. These two form the ship. This comes on top, the engines and some frigates, and these parts go on the side somehow. We will see how they mount. Then we have more frigates. So we had 3 frigates here. We get 4 frigates in each row, so another 12, and that twice, 2 sprues basically. Here's another one, same one. 27 frigates. They're all there. At least nothing is missing. You can check that very easily on the plastic sprues. Then you also get the heavy cruisers. Mount these parts, glue them together, mount these parts on the sides, engines, 4 of these basically. On the Covenant side, you do get the frigates, 6 on each sprue, 2 sprues, and on this last sprue there are another 2, so 14, and the heavy destroyers here. I have mounted one, took out the parts in this one. You can basically cut them out. I will clean them up finally afterwards. This is one piece, and this is the second part, and that's it. It's already in place. It's even sticks, kind of, so you don't even need to glue these pieces. I think you should glue the other 2 pieces here. This is the front. This one goes in here, and this one goes in here. And if I now show this to you here, you can see the plane. You also see the detailed structure on these ships. We will see that in a building tutorial even better. I really like them, and yeah, now I'll just check that I don't lose those parts. Yeah, cool ships basically. And even the biggest ship on the Covenant side has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts, not more than that. And it's very easy to build. I'll show it to you in a second video. Just watch us here at Die Grüne Horde. I think that's it for the first Halo video. These are the customized bases, bigger than normal bases that we know from Firestorm Armada. You have several height choices here. You can pin in there. I think there are a lot of these pins. Hope there will be some additional ones that I might want to use for different heights in other games. Let's see how much I really have left at the final end. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon back here at Die Grüne Horde. Bye bye.